Good evening, everybody. So it's just 7:30 here in Butler County, Pennsylvania, and the sun is already down, it seems. It seems to go, well, it goes down earlier every evening, but I don't know, it feels like autumn. I'm not used to feeling autumn because, of course, I'm a Floridian transplant from here. Hi, Laura. And it's a little chilly out. I'm looking around the woods here because I just saw a bunch of deer. Deer are everywhere. They're like they're like our version of egrets. We don't see a lot of deer in Florida, of course, unless you go to the Keys and then you see the little key deer, but normally we don't see a lot of deer. So you come to Western Pennsylvania, man, they're everywhere. And you see a lot of times they're even lying on the side of the road dead. A lot of people getting in car accidents with deer because they run around and they'll get you. Anyway, they are very beautiful, and I got to see baby deer, and so cute. But that's the nature. That's the way it is. Yes, it is fall. It is, whether you call it fall or whether you call it autumn. It's all the same change of seasons that we don't really have of season, and we do go from rainy season, dry season, but it's pretty much almost always hot. We have a little tiny bit of a winter where we do have some cooler temperatures. Hi, Sandy. And we all get really cold when it happens. It's like if it ever dips below 70 in Florida, we lose our mind. Even when it goes like low 70s, we're like, oh my God, it's so cold. Anyway, it's so funny. Perception is everything, isn't it? So anyway, waiting for some people to come on tonight because I got to have a little flashback to my past as a journalist, as a newspaper reporter that I was for 18 years here in Western Pennsylvania, for Pittsburgh, and still looking for deer. And I used to cover school districts and municipal. So I was always going to meetings. I was going to school board meetings. I was going to municipal meetings. And I covered like 7 or 8 different school boards. What is the temperature like in November? Do you mean here in Western Pennsylvania or in Florida? Because here, November, you never know. You never know with Pittsburgh. It can get pretty cold, but at the same time, usually you'll have your first snow before the end of November, which is my birthday and your birthday, Sandy. Sandy and I share our birthdays. So, yeah, we often do see snow here. Oh, but in Florida, oh, you're asking because you're going to be there for my birthday. Oh, it's lovely in November. The weather usually gets a little bit cooler. We don't have, really big heat waves or anything. It's usually pretty nice. Sometimes it can be a little chilly. That means low 70s. So I don't know. I don't know what it's like in Utah. What's it like in Utah in November? Hey, Ginger. Hey. Good to see you. Okay, I hope that the reason you're at the hospital is because Mama is doing better, right? Didn't she need an operation or something? Please let me know. Always praying for Ginger's mama. And just so crazy that Houston, when I went to Texas earlier, and I wanted to go see Ginger. And the day that I was supposed to get there, her mom had a stroke. So it's a mini stroke. You mean she had another stroke? Oh, I hope not. No, let me know, Ginger. Always praying for your mama. Hi, Donna. Oh my gosh, I miss Florida so much. It's crazy, but you know, I lived here for most of my life, and it is so beautiful. The neighborhoods here are gorgeous at their little houses. Hey, Neryl. So good to see you. Good to see everybody this evening. So, okay, I was telling everyone I am a former, formal, I am a former newspaper journalist, and one of my major newspapers was the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and I was with the PG as we call it, for nearly 18 years, and I covered school district and municipal news. So tonight I had the opportunity to go back to one of my old beats, which was Seneca Valley School District, which is located in Butler County. And it's a pretty big district, but it's not so big that they need to add a new school complex. Like, what do you call it when a school district wants to spend $165 million on an upgraded middle school? And it's not even all of the schools, it's just the middle school. Ginger, I'm supposed to be a maid of honor in Florida for my friend's wedding. November 22nd. Does that mean you're coming for my birthday? I hope so. I do. That would be so great to see you. Okay, so anyway, I am doing this article because I'm doing this coverage of Seneca Valley School District because I believe the people really need to get a grip on your school districts. I know President Trump is mulling about the idea of getting rid of school board education altogether. And it is behavior like this that makes me think time to dump these school boards that take taxpayer money, and for every whim, for every, oh, you know, they they want to add a covered walkway to this new, they call it a TAJ MAHAL type of building, because really $165 million for a new school. And I was just in that building, and it's not falling down, and it's not in bad shape. And from what I understand, listening to all the people talking, they have a 2% rise in student enrollment every year. 2%. Like 20 years ago, they had, I don't know, and I'm just going to take this number off the top of my head. I don't know if it's right. It's probably wrong, but something like, let's just say they had 1,700 students 20 years ago, and now they have 1,800 students or something like that. Like, it's ridiculous. So it's very disheartening to see a school district take advantage of the people who live in the vicinity, the taxpayers, when, you know, there are not a lot of people moving into a certain township. So it's really crazy to think that a school district would want to spend $165 million on a school, and a big part of that school is a new performing arts center. Meanwhile, the VOTEC school that takes care of the area has dropped the busing for the students. They have to get there by themselves, and it's not taken care of at all. So they would rather have a bunch of kids learn how to be performers than learn how to weld or carpentry or hairdresser or all the great things that they learn in VOTEC. It is a sad, sad state of affairs these days when people are more interested in a building than the students in the building. So I just wanted to come on quickly and talk about that. I will be posting a more in-depth story about it. It maybe doesn't affect everybody in the country. It doesn't, but it really does. It should show you that it doesn't matter if you have kids in school. Hi, Maureen. Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania. Regardless of whether you have children or not, school district matters. If you own a home, you're paying for your school district. So you should know how much money you're going to have to pay for those schools. Um, exactly, Evil Peanut. People need to understand how important the trade jobs are. Well, and also how important skills are. And I really don't think the kids these days need skills where they're taught to act, singing and dancing. That's lots of fun and everything, but what's it going to get you in life? I mean, if we listen to all the actors these days, our country would be in the dumper, like it kind of is. So, because of all the actors, because of central casting, as they say. You're right, it is horrible. And I also found out that this school district, they just raised their taxes on everybody. And when they were raising the taxes, which every single year, every school district has to vote on raising your taxes. So you need to go to those meetings. I understand that this meeting where they raised their taxes like a lot, nobody went. There were like 7 people at that meeting. And I remember when I covered those school district meetings, every single year the taxes would come up. And of all the school district meetings that were unattended, that was always the meeting that had the most people. People would come because they cared about how much their taxes were. They don't seem to care anymore. And also looking at the faces of the school board members was quite disheartening. They were stony faced. There was one woman who came to talk. She was a mother of 7 children, and she looked like she had been rode hard and put away wet. I mean, and I'm not making fun of her or anything. I mean, this was a woman who clearly was having a hard time. She mentioned that her husband had died of cancer last year, and she looked like she was at her wit's end. And she's like, you want to spend $165 million on a building, and meanwhile you took the money away for VOTEC for kids to get to school. She's like, I'm trying to raise my kids to get good jobs, and I wanted them to go to VOTEC, and I, like getting them there is impossible. I mean, this woman was basically, I think she was in tears. She was holding it in, but she was very upset. So yes, I agree that acting and speech and confidence and creativity are very valuable skills. Absolutely. But do you need to spend $165 million in creating a performing arts center for a school? I don't think it's that important. I mean, yeah, you can teach debate class. You can teach the kids how to speak in public and everything, but teaching them how to be actors, I don't think that that is as important as teaching them how to, let's say, wire some electronic components, or learn how to be electricians, learn how to take care of children, learn how to do hair, learn how to do things that everybody really needs. Do we really need more actors? I don't think it's that important. Exactly, Daniel. Biden sent 62 million to Afghanistan on condoms for trans men. So think about that. It's just not fair. And Donna, you shouldn't be in charge of anything if you have jewel tone dye hair. So there's that. Anyway, yeah, we do have to be very careful. The values too that our children see when a school district decides to spend $165 million on a building. What does that say to the students who go to that school? It's wrong. So it makes them think that they are not that valuable. Anyway, yeah, it's I will be putting a video together with the comments both from the architects and from the school's financial woman and the people in the audience. So you'll get the full story here. I couldn't do a live show because it would have been super boring for you guys, but I'll splice it all together. I'm working on putting videos together a little bit better. I'm trying to up my skills because being a journalist these days is a whole different animal than it was even 10 years ago when I was a purely newspaper reporter. Never dreamed that I would be on camera, never wanted to be on camera. I'm a writer. So, am I Jewish? And if so, how much does this play into my life? That's an interesting question there, Rob. Yes, I was raised Jewish, and I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior in 2018. So I would say that being Jewish and accepting Jesus has a lot to do with my life. And I walk in faith, and I think that accepting Jesus was the best thing I ever did. So not sure if that was the answer that you're looking for, but I am super happy with my life as I dedicated to Jesus and to the Lord and to doing what I believe the Lord expects of me, because I don't really care what anyone thinks of me. And I see people in the comments, and they want to say stuff about the way I look, the way I talk, the things I say, whatever. I am only playing to one audience, and he's up there. And when I get there, all I want is for him to give me the biggest hug and say, well done, good and faithful servant. So that's what I'm doing. And that's why I talk about the Lord and walking in faith and how much better my life is now that I've accepted Jesus as a Jew. Yeah, it's hard, it's like, so I was adopted as a baby. And it's kind of the same thing, because when I was growing up, I was never allowed to talk about the mother who gave birth to me. Geez, no one wanted to hear about her. And I thought about her a lot and wondered who she was and what she looked like and things like that. So it's kind of the same with Jesus, is that I was growing up and everybody else was allowed to talk about Jesus, but not me. It's kind of the same thing. And now that I'm allowed to talk about Jesus and profess my love for him and profess my love for God, it feels wonderful. Yeah. So somebody thinks I'm brainwashed. Go ahead. I don't care what you think. You can say whatever you want. That's your opinion. And I don't know what's going on in your life, and nor do I care. So say whatever you want about me. It doesn't hurt me even a little bit. I have real thick skin, and Jesus loves me. This I know, because the Bible tells me so. Thank you, Dale. Jesus died for all of us. So very happy for everyone who joins the family. Thank you, Diana. I'm so happy. I don't know what I was in a past life. Do you know what you were in a past life? I'm really not sure, but would you like to see a bunny rabbit? Oh, bunny rabbit just went away. There's a big fat bunny rabbit right over there. Anyway. Thank you, Patrick. Love you too. I love everybody who loves the Lord as I do. And for those of you who don't yet know the Lord, well, I'll just pray for you. So anyway, I just wanted to talk to everybody about the importance. Hi, Sherry. I'm not back in Florida. I'm not going to be back in Florida until the end of September. So I have a bunch of events this coming week. And for those of you who have been following my antics, I'm going to be in Shanksville on September 11th. As you know, I wrote a book about the way 9/11 changed our society. So I am going to spend September 11th at a very solemn, very sad place, but very important place now in the history of our country. On 9/11, I don't normally go like to New York or Washington, but Shanksville, I've been going there the whole time because it kind of happened in my own backyard. and I wrote a book about it. Gibson, just ignore this to tell you to account for the false gospel you preach, seek help. What kind of help? You gonna give it to me? It's so silly. So anyway, my book about 9/11 is called Like It Was Yesterday, A Journalist's Files Since 9/11. And if you do go and buy it on Amazon, that's a used book. I don't sell it on Amazon anymore because I kind of hate Amazon. And I've got to find better ways to distribute my book, but I sell everything myself. But you can buy it used on Amazon, and go ahead and do that. I get nothing from it, so whatever. But if you do want to buy it new, I will put the link here in the description, and you'll get a beautiful new copy from me personally, and I will even sign it for you. So I see lots of nasty people in the comments who just seem to hate everybody who doesn't think like they do. I feel really sorry for you. Not really even paying attention to what you say, so go blah, blah, blah. Oh boy, such nasty people. I keep wondering, like, what do you get out of being nasty to people you don't even know? Is it fun for you? Does it make you feel good? Do you think you're hurting my feelings? Because guess what? You're not. I know who I am. And I see some of my moderators are going to just throw you to the sharks in the ocean that's way, way over there to the east of here. I don't know. What do they have in the rivers? Anyway, it's pretty funny. And if you think I'm patronizing, Keith, well, why don't you say something nice to me instead of something nasty and see what kind of reaction you'll get? Do you think I'm stupid? Anyway, oh my gosh. So I'm glad you're here. And if you just got here, welcome to tonight's speech report, where we're just kind of chatting about school districts and how you need to go to your local school district and you need to know what's happening there. And you need to be aware of how many taxes you're paying. You do have a voice in your local school district and your local government. You can say something about it. You can speak publicly. You can make your voices known. And thank you for loving my hair. Yeah, I just went all gray. I just don't care anymore. Hey, Myrtle Beach. Hey, MacGyver. I will be back in Myrtle Beach at the end of this month. I always go there on my way down. And it's a beautiful life. I love to travel. I love to meet people and talk to everybody, except for you nasty people. I don't like to talk to you guys so much because you're like kind of like really rude. But who cares? Yeah, I always get rid of the ones that go against. Wait a minute, I gotta get rid of that one. Anyway. Yeah, I'm old and I'm so happy about it. And I'm so lucky I got to live through the 80s. And you didn't. Yeah, people don't like us Gen Xers because we're spicy, aren't we? This is not a dating site and I'm not looking for a boyfriend like ever. I'm a widow and I am quite happy with my life as I live alone now and am able to go and do what I want, where I want, do what I need to do on my show, and I don't really care what y'all think. So, all right. Anyway, I am going to say ciao for now. I just wanted to let you guys know that I am back in the Berg here for the week, and I'll be in Shanksville this week too. Also, I've got a couple of book events in Blairsville at the Blairsville Library at the end of this week. Yeah, I think Saturday. Wait, Friday. Oh my gosh, I don't even know right now. I'll put it in the comments. So if you wanna follow along, I'll be doing live shows every day with all of the events that I'm doing as a writer, as a journalist, as an author, as an editor, as a show host, one woman show right here. So say what you want about me. I'm living my best life and I'm really happy about it. So yeah, I see what people have to say nasty things about the way I look, and guess what? I don't care. I think I'm very happy with my life and how I look, and you can't bring me down as hard as you try. So anyway, I'm gonna say ciao for now. Some of these comments are really out of hand, and these people are just too rude. So I will see you on the next beach report, and hopefully we'll get some nicer people on next time. And also, if you want to avoid all of these nasty trolls and the really rude things that they say, then come on and see my members only show, where people who are there want to be there and are nice, and they won't say these nasty things. Okay, I'm gonna say ciao for now. See you on the next beach report.